Hi everybody, this is something kind of weird. Actually, let me check something. Okay, yeah, it's fine. I had to check something on Hypercam. So, yeah, more bad sound quality, more bad recording. I'm too cheap to actually register my stupid Hypercam and license it. So, this is what you're going to get instead. This is not really a digital art tutorial. This is going to be a tutorial about how to use Windows Movie Maker. And I'm doing this because a friend of mine asked me. I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if she wants me to say her name on the internet. But this is going to be about how to use Windows Movie Maker. I have this thing open. I'm going to close it for a minute. So I'm going to show you how to actually get to Windows Movie Maker. If you have a Windows computer, it should come with Movie Maker. I have it shortcutted here, but if you don't, I'm not quite sure because I always was able to find it. I think it's in accessories, or is it? Okay, wait, it's not in accessories. I'm sorry, this is a bad tutorial. What you'll want to do is go to my computer and type in the search bar. You have to go to my computer or else it won't work. Windows Movie Maker. And I can't. Here it is. It's right here. See? It's generally right there. You can just search it or something. Wait to close this. Alright, now to the actual content. I have a few examples I want to show you. First, this whole area right here. This is your file dock. This is where you can import media items, and I'm going to show you how to do that just now. What you'll do is choose a file, doesn't really matter which one. Let's choose this one. Double click it, and it's right there. This requires a little bit of knowledge about how files work and folders, but I think most people kind of know how to do that. So these are just two paintings I did, and I'm going to use them to show you something. I don't remember what this is. I think it has sounds in it, so I'm not going to... Yeah, this was that tutorial I made about how to make deciduous trees. I'm not going to play any sound because that's going to sound awful, and you're going to hate me for it. First off, case number one is just bringing in files. Now I have this bottom strip on timeline. You can switch it to storyboard, but I prefer timeline because you can see just where the stuff would be in your video. The default setting, if you put a picture in there, it has to be a supported picture like JPEG or bitmap. I think these are both JPEGs. It'll be default at 5 seconds. I don't think I have it at 5 seconds, but you can drag it to change the length, and it will change the length. This next section I want to talk about is this part, which is the video preview thing. It is, yeah, it'll just preview your video, and you can drag it along. It's very easy to use. And the final part here, well, there's some toolbars up here, but I'll show you them later. Actually, I'll show you the transitions and effects right now. Transitions and effects work a lot like your files, except for transitions you'll put them between the files, and for effects you'll put them on the files. Let me show you some examples. First off, there's transitions, and you will drag them between. You see that blue line? Drop it on that blue line, and it creates transitions. They're pretty nifty. For those of you who say that Windows Movie Maker is a crappy editing program, that's not the case. It's very nice for what it is. It's a free program, and there's lots of different ones. And you can shorten or lengthen how long you want that to happen, the same you would with your pictures. I need to figure out if I'm going to exceed any time limits. I don't think I am. Alright, now about effects. These can be a little more complicated. You can layer these, sort of. For instance, let's use the colorized one. This will make it kind of look like rainbow disco ball colors. See? You can layer the effects, though. For instance, I have that effect on there, but I can also use this effect, so it does this. See, it's really cool. And to remove the effect, you right-click, go to this thing right here, effects, and you remove what you don't want. Now I want to talk about importing files that aren't pictures. That would be like video files or whatever. And I do this a lot because I have to use Hypercam. This is the same with a normal camera or camcorder. First off, make sure that the file you're importing into Movie Maker is AVI file. That means it has to be. It won't work if it's like movie file for Macs or whatever. I'm not quite sure how to convert those files. I'm sure that Windows has a file converter out there somewhere. You can find one and download it. But this is an AVI file, and sorry, and it will play. And I'm actually going to turn the sound off if at all possible. No, I'm not going to turn the sound off. I don't really know how. But it'll play through the movie on Movie Maker. Now, a lot of people will say this is pointless. You can just upload the AVI file to YouTube or whatever. I say that that's not the case. I think that it helps to import it into Movie Maker so you can, further sync any audio you need to, or edit things, add transitions or effects. You can add effects to movie files too. Let me show you. And transitions for that matter. Let me show you. This is that rainbow one again, and it's hard to tell because it doesn't do it with, actually that's a really bad one to use. I didn't think this through. Let's use one of these ones that looks like it adds age. That's a bit too much age, but you get the idea. You can add effects to these things. It's a really nifty thing to do, and I recommend doing that before you upload it to YouTube. Also, something you can do is add titles and stuff. I would explain everything if I could, but I can't, because there's so much about Movie Maker. You can add titles and effects if this thing's going to load, but it's not. Alright, we'll call this tutorial. And you see you get a title slide, and you can change the animation of it by going to effects and text and everything, and you can change the font and style. I like using black against white. I just think it looks a lot nicer. You can change the font and everything. The next thing I want to talk about is publishing. So once you have all your effects on there and everything, you can publish your movie to upload it to YouTube. You cannot save the file and upload that file to YouTube. You need to publish it so that the file is whatever into an AVI file, which is a file supported by YouTube. I know you don't understand my nerd language, but try to bear with me. Okay, so when you're going to be put through the Publish Movie Wizard, well, I don't know if it's a wizard or not. You're going to save it to your computer normally. I don't know where else you'd save it, like to a thumb drive or something. We'll call this tutorial. Next, best quality for this is probably the best option. However, my file compressor tends to do weird things to the colors, and you wait for this to load. Now, normally, if you're just using a slideshow, this won't take very long. But if you're using like an AVI file, like footage, it will take somewhat longer. And then you'll bring up Movie Maker. If it'll load. My Movie Maker, my media player, I'm sorry. My media player is really fail. Well, it's not going to play for us today. So, yeah, it will play. If we can find where the file is. Let me find it, actually, because I really want to show you guys. Videos. Should be in here somewhere. It's alphabetized for mine. Here we go. Now this is a very simple one. You can explore some more to add credits or anything like that. It's a really nice program, and I suggest you use it. Also, one last thing I wanted to talk about. You can save a project and work on it later if it's a long-term editing project. You just push Save Project and open it up like any other file. But remember, you cannot upload that file to YouTube. It will not be supported. So yeah, there's my tutorial on Windows Movie Maker. I hope you enjoyed it.